Good day, sir. This is Z2140. This is our final defense video recording. I'm Brian James Gonzaga.
I'm Miguel O. Villanueva.
And I'm Christian Gira.
This is our title, Bridging the Gap, Policy Communication in Focus.
Introduction. Communication is more important than ever before to effectively perform the protect and serve role. An officer must be able to communicate with other officers, subordinates, stronger community members, victims, and their families. Other departments and jurisdictions and the legal system. Officer can influence the public's perception of them through listening, speaking, writing, and focusing on what others have to say. To make the tasks of police officers easier and more rewarding, good communication is required. So, in this portion, ang komunikasyon daw ay isa sa pinaka-importante sa officer para magkasinabtanay ang mga officers ug ang public through listening, speaking, writing, and focusing what others to say. Isa pod ni na way para mas mapadali ug ma-perform well ang task sa police officers. Research questions. Number 1. What are the experience of police officers in communicating with citizens during conflict and or complaints? Question number 2. How do police officers cope with the experiences? Question number 3. What insights do police officers can share in light of policing communication? Methodology. Research participants. We interviewed the personnel from investigation section, desk officers, personnel from patrol and operation who are on duty at the Carmen Municipal Police Station and the Panabo City Police Station using purposive sampling. With a sample size of 7 for the focus group, discussion, FGD, and 7 for the in-depth interview or IDI. Research interview guide. As the studies tool, a researcher interview guide was used. This research is based on preliminary interview, content appropriate questions, design and procedure. This phenomenological study involves interviews of police officers in communicating with citizens during conflict and complaints. The study was analyzing police officers' communication experiences using a descriptive method. That's all.
Design and procedure. This result and discussion. Participants of the study. There are initially 14 informants, 7 informants for in-depth interview who are police officer from Panabo City, and 7 informants for focus groups who are police from Carmen Municipal Police Station. Categorization of data. The survey was carried out by using of questionnaire. It is found on that there were the major issues of police officer and policy communication. First, the experience of police officer where, number 1, encountered were varied personalities of complaints. Number 2, handle assorted problems and complaints. Number 3, experience difficult in communication. Second, there were 4 themes on how coping mechanism employed by the police officer. First, maintain effective communication. Number 2, offered solution to the complaint based on legal way and procedure. Number 3, establish good rapport with complainants, specify them. Number 4, maintain composure and calmness in dealing with the complainant. Last, there were also 4 themes and significant insight of police officer in policing communication. First, giving legal assistance a vital role of police. Second, the task of police changed their lives. Third, police touch their lives of the people. Fourth, values are essential to police communication.
Conclusion and recommendation. Encountered varied personalities of complainants, a professional officer will, for instance, portray a calming appearance and begin speaking in a agitated person in a soft, low, quiet voice. Handle assorted problems and complaints. Successful complaints resolution necessitates patience, respectful answer, and the proper attitude on the part of the supervisor receiving the complaint, in addition to a complete procedure of regularly managing complaints, experience difficulty in communication. Effective and efficient communication is required at all levels, from sender to message to the recipient. When the message is either misconstructed or miscommunicated, conflict communication result. Maintain effective communication. Law enforcement agency must communicate in a clear, succinct, understandable, and accessible manner in order to be effective. Offer solution to the complaints based on legal ways procedure. The primary duty of law enforcement organization is to defend and serve community by fairly and respectfully upholding the law. Establish a good report with a complainant of specified depth. Police officers are appraised mostly on the basis of their written reports. An officer must be able to accurately record information. Maintain composure and calmness in dealing with the complainant. It is crucial for officer to maintain a professional manner when interacting with citizens and refrain from taking things personally. Giving legal assistance is a vital role of police. Show that utmost regard for human rights and dignity by treating everyone with decency, invading privacy, and only using force when reasonable and required to achieve an appropriate policing goal. The task of police changes their lives. When you work for the police, you'll regularly be in situations where you can genuinely save lives. Police touch the lives of people. Being able to show people a better way is one of the most fulfilling aspects of being a law enforcement officer. Values are essential in police communication. The principle that guide your professional commitments will typically align with your personal principles. Implication of user research. The 80-20 principle, which was first used in sales, implies that officers should spend 80% of their time listening and 20% taking, and then use what they hear to make connection. Is one of the effective communication struggles that are used by officers in order to effectively communicate with their community, earn their trust, and persuade citizens to cooperate with their introduction. Understanding emotional contagion. Come next, even if the person suffering from mental illness may not fully comprehend what an officer say, they may still recognize by the low tone and manner of the voice, the pressure increase, the officer is shouting orders and appears aggressive, expressing empathy of victims and concerned individuals. That this is the third that is significant component of effective communication. Police officers are frequently better prepared to handle these circumstances than ordinary civilians who have never encountered such situations, since they will become calm and help you develop the situation that lead to the distressing event. Helping your investigation and affected community needs to be treated with compassion. And that's all.